Allan Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM. The station that leaves no listener behind.
You're listening to an encore presentation of this program, KCAA, the Inland Talk Express.
Welcome to another delicious edition of the Let's Dine Out Show. Food critic Allan Borgen here.
And Izzy Bussy.
Oh, man, isn't it a beautiful day? The sun's out. It's about, 75, 80? It's incredible. Not. It's a little rainy out there.
Yeah, it's like a
pouring,
river outside this building.
Alexa
literally
said,
like battle upstream just across the road.
Now I asked Alexa, is it going to rain? She goes, a little bit today. Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alexa's, I think she's been drinking a little bit.
Yeah, I think she's sleeping on the job. I think that's
too much weed or something. I don't know, but.
So how are you, Allan?
Doing good, wet, but other than that, you like my curly hair? My hair, when it rains, it's really bad. I look like Charles Manson sometimes. It just falls down on my face. And
okay.
I think it's supposed to be a joke, but.
Not funny.
Anyway, I'm doing good. How about you?
Well, sad.
You're sad?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I didn't win the 1.5 or 1.3 billion dollar lottery.
Izzy, when she wishes for something, she puts everything into it, and
I was gonna wake up and go, "Wow, I'm gonna go on vacation."
Bye, Allan.
Yeah.
Bye, world. I'm going. Bye.
On vacation.
But no.
I know.
But I'm glad
Back down to earth.
Somebody from Maine won it, so.
Yeah. I'm glad somebody won. You know.
Yeah, someone's got to win it, so why not?
Exactly.
So, anyway, we have a fun show today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. One thing is tipping. I was just reading an article, and then I was disrupted by my doggies. Had to go to the bathroom 20 times during the day. Mm-hmm. But 20% tip is kind of what's expected now, but now it's even getting higher because it's hard to keep servers, and I don't know. Just a lot of people are thinking we should tip more. But
well, maybe we should get paid more.
Well, that would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid like probably less than I did 15 years ago. Well, there you go. Because if you up my pay to what the living standard is,
then you give 20%.
Yeah, exactly, or more.
My whole big thing is if they deserve it, give it to them. If they don't. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care. There's no set rules for me. Mm-hmm. If someone, there's times when the food's great, but the service is horrendous. They never come back. They never come by. Nothing.
What does TIPS stand for?
To ensure promptness.
Prompt service. So if they're not giving a prompt service, nor were they pleasant, I don't think you should tip 20%.
Nope, I agree. If they go out of their way, which I've seen people go out of their way, why not? I've given more than that even.
Oh, me too. But I'm just against feeling like you're obligated, and we're not obligated, hence it's a tip.
Right.
So
anyway, we're going to talk more about it because I think it's becoming a big issue now. And again, everything is costing so much money out there. And
yeah, but unfortunately, I think a lot of people think that everybody else is making so much more money, but I don't think really truly that's the case.
No.
Our salaries or pay really doesn't reflect the inflation in our society.
Right.
So, just because there's inflation, not everybody's making more money to be able to afford to give more money out, know. So,
I agree. I agree. So.
Well, people can stop going out to eat, then all the businesses go under, then, they don't have to worry about not tipping.
They don't have to worry about that, so.
Exactly. So.
I know. It's crazy. There's got to be a way to win, but we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. That's all I can say. So
exactly.
Anyway, we have a special guest on later on today, in about 15 minutes. She is somebody who I've known for a while, and what's neat about it is she's bringing her family kind of recipes or spices, I guess, blends that her mom came up with, and they're Middle Eastern infused spices, and they're just fantastic. And we're gonna have a little fun with Izzy, who thinks she can pick things out so good. So we'll see what happens between both of us. We'll see what we can come up with.
Well, we don't want to unveil her secret, though.
No. But we'll see if we can come up
there
with something.
Go.
So, but and then later on today we have it's National Pastrami Day or week, I guess, and we're going to talk about pastrami. And there's a roll out there, a client that has a product out there that delicious has a roll.
Ooh.
It comes frozen and lots of pastrami in it. So
we'll
talk about that a little bit. So
on a cold day, it's nothing like a warm pastrami sandwich. It's just like Oh,
I love
so
pastrami.
satisfying.
Good pastrami.
With au jus dipping. Oh, yum.
Only a good one.
Yeah,
I don't
only a
like
good
real
one.
fatty.
Yeah, me neither. And I don't like it dry out either.
Like the Hat. A lot of people think the Hat's the best pastrami. Yeah, they have a lot of grease and a lot of. They give you a lot, but it's all fatty
Not
and
necessarily.
gristly.
It just, I think, depends the cut of meat because I don't, I've been there where it's not like the meat wasn't too fatty.
Oh, really?
So I think, meat is like whatever cut you get, right? So it's not like a guarantee. You got to lean one.
My favorite is Langer's Delicatessen in Los Angeles. It's a Jewish deli, one of the last few ones, and they make their own pastrami, and it's been voted the best pastrami in the United States. So
Oh, cool.
good stuff. So, we have a couple of sponsors I want to talk about. One is Tobias Maynard, DDS. Now, if you or a family member needed to see a good dentist, Tobias Maynard in Redlands is a great choice. He's my dentist, and I can't say enough good things about him. For starters, he specializes in cosmetic, holistic, and family dentistry. He explains everything he does in a friendly and caring way, which isn't always a fact. And there's absolutely no pain. You heard it right, no pain, which is, for me, a big wuss. That's a big plus. The staff are very friendly. They sell some great dental products. And Tobias Maynard Dentistry is located in Redlands at 710 Brookside Avenue, Suite B. Their phone number is 909-792-1775. That's 909-792-1775. And for more information, go to their website, pearlywhitesdds.com. That's Pearly, Pearly, whitesdds.com. And I'm telling you, if I like it, you're going to like it. Just like I talk about with food. If I like it, something, you're going to like it. But this is a dentist that I highly recommend. Another company, which is I've had experience with, unfortunately, but I'm happy that I chose them, was All Magic Paint and Body. Again, what's nice about them is they're first of all, they're family owned. They offer state-of-the-art equipment to have optimum, results of your car being fixed, latest technology, and they're OEM certified, which is very important. All Magic Paint and Body offers car rental assistance with free drop-off and pickup services, and their work has a lifetime guarantee, which I never heard of. That's pretty good. All Magic Auto Paint and Body Collision Centers are located in Norco, Eastvale, Moreno Valley, and in Fontana, and you could visit them at allmagicauto.com. That's allmagicauto.com. They also do exotic cars, fancy cars, Tesla, all that. They're all certified for any of that. So any kind of collision, any kind of problems you have, I highly recommend All Magic Paint and Body.
Well, thanks to our third and sponsor, Ray's Shanghai Bistro is one place we're totally excited about. They're located next to Redlands DMV on Ligonia in Redlands. They offer the largest, most delicious array of traditional and original Chinese dishes available in the Inland Empire. Some of my favorite dishes are the pork soup dumplings. I have to say, I love that.
Those.
I know. House-made pot stickers, crispy pork spare ribs with garlic, and the unique spicy lamb with bamboo, and the sweet and tangy deep-fried orange peel beef. That's one of Alan's
yum.
favorite. And savory basil spicy shrimp, plus lots of vegetarian dishes, such as one of Alan's favorite
Hot
is,
and sour soup.
especially
and-
for a day like this, cold outside, wet. Nothing like a
Izzy's
little
having a
bit.
food orgasm. I see it.
know I am. My mouth is like salivating.
What's good about their hot and sour soup, it's got a little kick to it. So it's got the little sourness to it and a little kick to it, which makes it, especially on a day like this, it's an absolute perfect soup. In fact, I think we're going to make some when we get home, but I think we should go there and get some.
Oh, I know. I'm already looking.
Sounds
okay.
good.
All right. Whether you dine in or pick up the food or have them cater your next party or special occasion, you will see why Ray's, spelled RUI''S, Shanghai Bistro is truly the best Chinese restaurant in the Inland Empire. Their website is rayshanghai.bistro.net. It's spelled RUISSHANGHAI and bistro, BISTRO.net. And if you want to give them a call, it's 909-335-6770. Once again, 909-335-6770.
Again, we don't practice this, so we always jump on each other. But they are moving, too. I think in the next week or so, of 2 weeks, they should be moving to a
Soon.
brand beautiful new site right nearby.
Huge.
And it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. A lot of parking, so we'll tell you more about that.
Yeah, once we get the address, and we can give it to you guys.
Yeah, I can't give it out now because they're not moved yet, but I will.
Exactly.
So, Okay, cooking. A lot of people cook during times like this. What kind of things do you like cooking on a cold day? I mean, soup is natural.
Soup is one of my favorite. I mean, any soup is good. I don't care if it's like instant soup. I'm still good with that.
Well, coming before you came here, you had noodles and
Yeah, I did.
Asian noodles, right?
I did Asian noodles and wonton noodles with chicken. Literally boiled the chicken breast, so it's chicken broth, and I pop open a can of like sardines, and just that's a meal to me, and it's nice and warm. It's fulfilling, like big bowl of soup steaming your face.
I saw the steam coming out.
I know
whoa.
that's like just so satisfying, especially when it's rainy and gray and cold.
Do you like hot cocoa when it's in cold weather?
I do, but I find a lot of cocoa out there that is kind of like too creamy or sweet for me. Like if I make it, I usually don't put that much sugar. I like just plain old cocoa and then adjust accordingly. And I don't necessarily put milk in it. So.
Well, the one in Mexico, when we went to Mexico,
Oh yeah,
you liked theirs a lot, didn't you?
That's the bomb. Yeah, Mexican chocolate is like the best hot chocolate. It's got a little bit of cinnamon. It feels like a big warm blanket with cinnamon and spices
She's
and
having another
all
food
over
orgasm.
you. I mean, it's so wonderful. I can drink that every day.
Yeah, it's really. Well, you did, I think.
I did. Yeah, when I have a chance, and it's made up for me, so I didn't have to make it up. So yeah,
better.
of course. Yeah.
So, again, if you missed our show, from a couple weeks ago?
Last
Was
week.
it last week? Went to Cancun for a week, and unbelievable. Really, really nice time. Great food there. The locals were very friendly, and a lot of Yucatan dishes, which is totally different than the regular traditional Mexican dishes that you find
Well,
here.
the spices are different, and ingredients are different,
Cooking
and
techniques are different.
yeah, totally different. It really is night and day. What they eat there. Because they're in the middle of the tons of ocean around them, so lots of seafood, and then they have plenty of rainfall, so they get lots of fresh produce and fruits and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just the taste and just the whole vibe is totally different.
And it's funny, we were at a resort that was right off the beach. It was right on it, basically. And what's nice about it was that they had palm trees all around loaded with coconuts. So people would go up there, get the coconuts, and Izzy would, more than once, like 4 times, I asked for one. They had them there. They cut them open with a machete. And they cut the top part off and put a straw in it. And Izzy is like a master. She was just in 7th heaven.
I was like digging that coconut out, even like, as I'm drinking it. I used a spoon digging out the meat. Oh my God, it was heaven.
Well, again, you're having multiple food orgasms.
Oh, I was. I love fresh fruit. I love the tropics. So that's pretty much, if I have to choose, that's where I'll, by the ocean, tropics, and enjoying my coconut.
Well, I'll tell you, good food, good seasoning really is amazing, and especially seasoning. What they do is amazing, good stuff in terms of ingredients, but it's their seasoning that makes it special. And speaking of special seasoning, there's one seasoning that we just found out about, and we are lucky enough to have the inventor, the woman behind it.
The creator.
Her name is Dr. Laura Pahopian, and her product is called, Izzy, you can have
the Prime Ingredient with Dr. P.
So welcome to Let's Sign Out Show, Laura.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm Instagramming live at the same time. You're just in radio, stereo, and all of it.
Oh, cool. So, first of all, how are you doing? You're not swimming where you live? It's raining really bad here.
It's a full-on swimming pool outside,
Is it?
but I have decided not to put on the bathing suit today.
Neither way, we're bundled up and everything.
Yeah.
So. Okay, let's talk about your product. Let's talk about how you got into it and why.
Oh, yeah. Well, Izzy, Allan, I got to tell you, it's a joy to be on with you, and I'm such fans of the both of you. Thank you again. But this spice has been in my family for years and years. Growing up, my mom would do a lot of cooking, and my dad would do a lot of cooking and baking, and I would just watch my mom. Remember the old breadboards that used to pull out from the countertop?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So my mom would pull out that breadboard, and she would just pull out all these different kind of spices and herbs from the cabinet and start mixing them all together. And I was so enthralled by what she was doing, and it just resonated with me as, a young kid, and it just took me into what I'm cooking now. And I figured if I can make something that my mom would be proud of, may she rest in peace, then I am doing that spice justice and my mom justice by bringing out these Mediterranean flavors to the world. And so that's why I started the Prime Ingredient.
Right. Now, you have roots in Lebanon. Your family, part of your family came from Lebanon. And so basically, it's kind of a fusion of ingredients. It's Lebanese, Middle Eastern. It's a little bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of Mediterranean. I actually use an Italian oregano that I grow in my backyard.
Ooh.
And my Italian friend grows some for me, too, because we're getting so many orders that I have to have multiple suppliers now.
Uh-huh.
So there's a little flavor of Italy. There's a lot of flavors from the Middle East. And I know you were going to do a guessing game, so
yeah.
I'm ready to tell you yay or nay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's all I want to know. First of all, the packaging, it's a beautiful package. How would you describe it? I was trying to think. It's kind of like a twist-on container. It's not like a jar or anything.
No, yeah.
You just have to be careful when you open it. Now,
It's packed full of ingredients and packed full of spices. And when you open it, just the smell just, really comes out and hits you. It has a really nice, I'd say, tangy
That's
smell.
so awesome. And we want to bring, and when I say we, I mean me and my husband and daughter. It's a family operation. And we wanted to bring out fresh ingredients for sure in the Prime Ingredient. And, the packaging is recyclable. And I didn't want to have, a plastic package.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted something that you could use and keep out and it would look pretty.
Right. Well, it definitely does so. Okay, we both have little spoons here. So Izzy, why don't you take a little bit, and I'll take a little bit.
Okay, let me see.
I'm dying to know what you're coming up with.
I taste a little bit of lemon peel, lemon zest.
Like a little bit.
Well,
Yay or nay?
nay,
Nay?
but you're on the right track with the lemon flavor.
Oh, okay. Lemon something. Okay.
There's like little sesame seeds, maybe?
Yes,
for sure.
absolutely. Izzy, ding, 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 100%.
What about sumac?
There you are, and that's where the lemon flavor comes
Okay.
from, is that sumac, yes.
Maybe satar?
Yes, and za'atar is a blend in and of itself. So to make za'atar, you actually have to have your sesame seeds. You have to have thyme, which is dried and finely crushed. And it's not just one kind of thyme. There's several different types of thyme.
Oh, wow.
And then I have a little bit of semolina flour in there because it absorbs a lot of the oils from the sesame seed and it preserves the spice so that it can last a really, really long time.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. It's not very salty, people. I don't like to buy
got
spices.
the tang to it, but not the saltiness. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of times you buy spices and most of it's salt. It's really sad. And it's disappointing to me. But it's really more flavor.
A lot of herbs.
A lot of ingredients. You can taste it. But, just a little bit of salt, enough to give you, there's a little bit flavor to it.
I also taste garlic, black pepper.
There is black pepper. Garlic is not a traditional, I don't want to say it's not a traditional condiment or spice because it is, but in this type of spice arrangement, it's not.
Okay.
So no garlic
head,
in there.
Well, you did give us oregano, so I did taste. I actually got a little leaf. So
what's nice about this, I can see this going on chicken, beef, soups, literally
cream cheese.
anything.
Can you imagine? Oh my God, putting cream cheese and in the morning, spread it. Oh my gosh, yum.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
totally agree. Avocado
eggs.
toast, all the way to your fish that you're going to grill on the barbecue. It goes with absolutely everything.
Wow. How many different ingredients would you say there is? All, if you can, just number-wise, how many?
How many? There's 50. Heinz 57. No, I'm just teasing. there's more than 7.
Okay, yeah, much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
Yeah,
really
you can
good.
totally taste the complexity of this, the blend.
Right.
And it's not like
Oh.
most of the commercial blends, because they tend to taste similar. Even they say it's Southwest or whatever, they tend to have the same kind of flavor. And yours is definitely
Very
different.
different. On vegetables, zucchini. I was just thinking,
Grilled,
saute-
grilled zucchini.
yeah, really good. So
No.
Oh,
now, how many? First of all, if people want to get this, let's start that your website, or what's the best place to get this at?
yeah, the best place to get it. There's a few places now. Definitely on my website at theprimingredient.com. You can also go to the Corner Butcher, which is
Oh, yeah.
one of our favorite, right?
Mhm.
Our favorite people.
Oh, I know John very
Out-
well.
Yeah, John and his team. So they're out in Laverne on Fruit and Foothill Boulevard. And you can also go to Coco Vino, a new retailer for me. They're in the Glendora Village, and they have amazing wines and olive oils and chocolate, and now my spice.
Cool. Do you have the website that people can go to?
Yes, theprimeingredients.com.
Primeingredients.com. Can't beat that. So.
I know.
Now, in terms of flavors, this is a general one. Do you have any others? I know this is your first one, right? This is the one, Mama.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What other plans do you have, or do you have any other ones now?
I am working on, and I've actually given some flavors out to some friends to try. But there's something called Bahrat, which is it's Baharat. So Bahrat is one of those up and coming flavors that are going to hit a lot of your supermarkets soon. But it's been in my family for generations. And it's a allspice cinnamon spice blend, which sounds like, oh my gosh, you're going to make cookies. It's not. It's for savory food. And it's just one of those high trend spices that you'll be seeing a lot of.
Yeah, Moroccan dishes, Middle Eastern dishes.
Yeah.
Cinnamon is a big part of it.
Love that flavor, actually.
Yeah,
My dad
chicken.
used to cook with like his own blend, and chicken will eat like a stew with
Exactly.
that flavor. So it's so amazing.
Well, let us know when you have that on. We'll definitely have you on again, because that's something that I think people would love. How about something with spice? Is there anything real spicy you have coming up?
Real spicy. I actually make for some friends of mine, and you can always send me a message on theprimingredient.com. I have a few friends who are very specific about the spices they can and cannot have.
Okay.
So I've actually created a spice that can mimic some of the Middle Eastern flavors, but they don't have some of those ingredients that they can't have. For example, some can't have a cumin because of one of the side effects that they have with maybe their RA, rheumatoid arthritis. So I have decided to, make a little specialty blend for those folks that can't have all the stuff that's out there on the market. So it's a unique company in that, we have something for everybody. But if you have some specific requirements, I can help with that too.
Wow, that's unusual. You don't see most companies like that. Again, you're listening to the Let's Sign Out show right here on AM 1050 and 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind. And with us is Dr. Laura Popian, and she's from the website, theprimingredient.com. She makes some wonderful ingredient, a special blend of spices that her mom came up with, and her family. It's a family, basically, recipe that's fantastic. It's got some Middle Eastern roots to it, very flavorful, not real salty, but you can taste the herbs. That's what I like about it the best.
I was just thinking, spread and toast, like some butter, like a flatbread, just roll it up.
Well, we've had pizza with what that spice? What was it? Casamasa. Remember that? Was it? You
Oh,
hear?
yeah.
The
Yeah.
what spices do they have on that one?
The manaish or the za'atar bread is just
yeah,
basic
that one.
za'atar.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good. They put a little hot pepper in there. But that was delicious. And again, most people, unless you like Middle Eastern food, and which is one of the world's best cuisines, if you've never had, what do you call it, Iranian food or Lebanese food, you're really missing out. It's really a treat. Very healthy, Lebanese diet, and just really, really good. And these are great top ingredients. So now, in terms of how long have you been doing this? Your company's been doing this.
Well, you know what? I have been cooking for over 2 decades, teaching cooking classes, catering, you name it. But the prime ingredient came out of the pandemic. We were sitting in the backyard, absolutely bored, and I thought, let's reboot and do something more, creative and get a product out to somebody that can't come to me. And so this spice blend came out of the pandemic. And we're just so thrilled to be able to, give a nod to my family and also bring out flavors that I have loved for years.
Right. Now, you said cooking classes. Do you still do that, or is that something that you want to do more of?
I would love to do more of. It stopped when I went back to get my doctoral degree. I couldn't do a whole lot, so I had to stop the cooking classes, but I've been doing them privately in people's homes. They'll bring me out and we'll have a grand old time in people's homes doing cooking classes. So it's coming back. It's coming back.
Good. Now, I read you also had a cookbook.
I did. It's out of print now,
Okay.
But it came out in 2004. And it featured a lot of the recipes that I'm just giving away for free now.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're definitely a real foodie.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. You want to know something interesting, Alan and Izzy? I did not learn how to cook until I was 30.
Wow.
I spent most of my time in observation of others, and I finally decided I wanted to learn. So I went to culinary school, and that's how this all started.
Wow.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, if you're interested in touch base with you on Instagram, you're the prime ingredient too. So it's easy to remember, theprimingredient.com or the prime ingredient on Instagram.
What
Yep, you can
Go ahead.
you can find me anywhere.
You're like us. We're all over the place. So, in terms of future plans, besides a couple things you're working on, is there any long-term, things you're doing like sauces or any other related type ingredients that you would like to get into?
Right now, I'm all about spice domination. So I want to take over the world with Mediterranean spices. I find it so enjoyable to see people that don't know how to, do their own spices, that they can use mine, and it'll make everything that they make just so delicious. And I'd like to just kind of go for that spice domination and get into a few more restaurants. Also, I have bulk packaging for restaurants who don't want to go through the trouble of making these spice blends. They can, hit me up and I'll make it for them. But I really just want to get everybody on board with the original Mediterranean spice blend. It's fresh, it's amazing, and you'll not have anything ever like it.
Right. I think in all the restaurants we've been to, Middle Eastern restaurants, I don't think we've had anything like this, have we?
No, we haven't. I don't think it's always a partitioned. I would say it's almost like a partition of different flavors, but definitely not a fusion of all these wonderful flavors together. And there's not one ingredient. It doesn't.
Nothing
To
jumps
me,
out.
not one flavor jumps out in the spice. So it's not like it's overwhelming in any ways. So really, you can go any direction with it. You can go Italian with it. You really can go any direction with this spice blend because it's not really telling you, okay, you got to be this type of food, So that's kind of interesting to me, to get a spice blend that doesn't like steer you on a direction, of some type of food. So
And, at the corner butcher shop, they specialize in high-end cut meats and delicious meats and sausages especially. And I could see them using this on their products. And, I mean, just about it goes with anything, I think.
yeah, you totally can infuse it in olive oil, and shake it up,
yeah.
and put it on your bread. I mean, just so many ways you can do this, like use this spice. So I think it's really,
Can you use this in desserts?
Versatile.
Baklava?
Well, I haven't quite ventured into the sweet end of it.
I'm just thinking
But
ahead.
I love that you're, picking up what I'm throwing down here, and I totally agree. That's why they carry it at the corner butcher, because it does complement a lot of their cuts of beef, but also some of the lesser known. They have oxtail. I don't know if you know
Yes.
that
They've got everything
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
they have everything there, and it goes with absolutely everything. It's so delicious.
Yeah, they also have barbecue. They're really good barbecue. And we'll have to have John on. I've known them forever. So, again, we're talking to Dr. Laura Pahopian. The website is theprimeingredient.com, theprimeingredient.com. And if you're really interested in spices and something really different, plus a lot of it, a little goes a long way. That's the
Yeah,
other thing.
I mean, we barely put a little pinch, and you
I can still
got
taste
tons
it.
of flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a little bit goes a long way, and that's what's so nice about it. But you can buy it from her right online there, and she can steer you on there if you have any questions. Is that the best way to get a hold of you? Is through the website?
Definitely through the website or Instagram. I have a YouTube channel too, although most of my content is through Instagram. And there is a ton of recipes that I do on Instagram, and I load a lot of the recipes on my website too. So if you're at odds of how to use my spice, I encourage anyone to just go to the website or go to the_prime_ingredient on Instagram, and you'll be able to find the freshest ways to use the product there too.
Well, we'll definitely join
Yeah,
you.
I love all the videos because I was scanning through them, and it's like you show them how to do it step by step. It's like pretty much dummy prove it. In how to use your spice in all different type of dishes. So it's really neat.
Oh, well, thank you. And you know what? These two hands that you can't see, but my Instagram live people can see them right now. These two hands make the spice. They package the spice. They make all of the videos. They edit all of the videos.
Wow.
I'm a one-man show here.
I've done a very good job, so really proud of you. Your family, I'm sure your family, especially your mom, I'm sure she's very proud of you. So.
Yes, I hope she is.
I know she is.
I
Trust
miss
me.
her dearly.
Yeah. Well, she's always been with you. That's the main thing.
Absolutely, right in the heart,
Exactly.
right here in the heart.
And the mind. So, well, Laura, thank you very much for everything. And any last minutes? Again, the website is
theprimeingredient.com.
Theprimeingredient.com, and get all the information on their recipes, all that good stuff. Anything else you'd like to tell us?
I just want to thank you again for having me on, and give my spices a shot, and realize that specialty spices like this are like a small little gift for your food, and they are to be cherished.
Definitely.
Exactly. There's a market near us in Redlands. It's called Gerard's, and they're kind of a specialty food. It used to be like Wolf's Market, right near. It used to be like that. But it's a very nice market, and they might be interested because they like a lot of local stuff.
Yeah, and they carry stuff that no other grocer might carry.
Yeah, and they have some high-end stuff too.
Yeah, it's really neat.
But you may want to go there. That'd be a good thing for you. I'll talk to the owner and see if he's interested.
I am writing it down right now. You talk to the owner, and I'm so in.
Okay, I'll see what I can do to get you in there. So, well, thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully when you have a cooking class, or maybe we can come up at our house, have a cooking, invite some people over and have a cooking class. That'd be fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Call me up. Let me know.
Only if you teach me how to make baba ganoush the right way. Everyone tells me, "Oh, it's so easy. Just roast it." I've never made it like you guys make it. So that's it. That's my all-time favorite dish.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm in.
Sounds good. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it.
Alan, Izzy, blessings. Thank you so much.
Be well. Keep warm.
Be well. Thanks.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, what a nice lady.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the spice blend just because, I've tasted a lot. Usually it's like you hit by all the salt and you're like, okay, I'm turned off, period. And then it tastes this. It's like, salt is like the last thing you taste, really. You taste the spices first.
It's been about 10 minutes since we tasted it.
And there's a little tanginess still in my mouth.
Yeah.
It's very lovely. And I don't think it's like super tangy.
It's not overpowering.
No, it's not overpowering, and there's not like a scent. Like some people distinctly don't like a certain smell. I didn't distinctly smell anything that are like, wow, just really annoy me. So it's really well-rounded, I think, the flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I might have to experiment with this a little bit more. I think it's going to come my way.
you know, I was thinking, this sounds stupid. I'm going to
Do you
say,
see this? It's going in my pocket
It's-
real soon.
I mean, I could see making oatmeal in the morning and just a little sprinkling of
Oh,
that.
yum.
Kind of like a savory oatmeal.
Oh, like I said, I was thinking on the toast. I was thinking like literally like, butter my toast and sprinkle it on there. I put in my olive oil,
Biscuit and bread.
Oh, yeah, I'm
biscuits,
making bread with it.
Pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep,
man.
all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Cheesy roll. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that'd be
Yum.
Yum,
Yum.
yum. Ah, I'm completely hungry and starving. Can't wait to cook tonight when I get home. So, what else we talk about? Any new restaurants? We had once a month we go for our favorite sushi. It's called Sapporo. It's in Menifee and also Murrieta. We go to the one in Menifee. I think probably the best sushi in the Inland Empire. I've never had anything
Well, it's
better.
the best all you can eat, definitely. Just because they do have, you go to a typical all you can eat restaurant, it's the
stuff.
same stuff. It's pretty much a different menu, different place. Theirs is just, they make some really interesting twist. They have something called Banana Crunch. They have two they use bananas on. And eating it is totally different flavor than anybody else. They have stuff with mango. They have a little bit, just a little bit of everything. They even have garlic butter on one of them. It is like to die for. It's just, it's their flavors. The variety of flavors and ingredients they mix it up is not like the traditional, like all you can eat, where it's kind of the same stuff.
Plus, it's very little rice. It's probably
Mhm.
96%, 97% ingredients, stuffing fish.
Yeah, toppings, everything.
Yeah, and very little rice, which I like trying to watch my low carb.
Yeah.
So some places, we went to one not too long ago in Corona, and it was horrible. It was like 40% rice. And then I left a little bit of rice on.
They charge you $3 for him. Like I ate all mine. It was just like
There was so
literally
much
from
rice, I
one piece. He just like last piece. He just fell off some rice. They charge him $3 just for like that falling on his plate. And I'm just like, really? I knew we didn't even get finished eating yet. I mean, we could have like eaten it up if we wanted to, but they already charged us the money. So I'm like, you know what? That's gonna come out of that person's tip because they could have. They saw I was still eating. And I could have asked, are you done yet? Whatever. You gave me a bill with it charged. Wait, hello, I'm still here with my chopsticks going on. So, yeah, I was a little perturbed about that. So,
I'm trying to get the name of it. I think it was SGH.
yeah, it's downtown Corona on 6th Street. And I was just so disappointed. I mean, that, if I stopped eating and everything was like packed away, I get it. But I'm still eating, and then, she ran the bill, and then came in with a ticket, and I'm like, what's this $3 charge? And we asked, and she's like, well, he left rice on his
And
plate.
it was only like one small piece. It wasn't a whole bunch.
Yeah, it wasn't like a pile. So if that's the case, it could have, scrape up a whole pile then, for that $3.
Right.
Anyways.
Well, like I said, it's like any business. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones, and I know times are rough, but don't take it out on people. If a little bit too much rice. I mean, if you overdo it, that's one thing.
Yeah, I get it. If you scrape it off and just eat the fish.
It's like if you order all you can eat sushi and you leave a lot. I
Yep.
can see them charging for it. I have no problem with that.
Yep. Well, because then people are being greedy, but wasteful. But it's not like that. So I was very disappointed that that
I
was
agree.
a call.
So now, just changing the subject a little bit, but when you go to like a Jewish deli, is there one meat that's your favorite? Yours is tongue?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Mine is pastrami.
Mm-hmm.
I love pastrami. I mean, I can't get enough pastrami, but it's got to be lean. It can't be real gristly. Like if you said, if you've been to Langer's Delicatessen in Los Angeles, which is they say it's the best in the United States. They make their own everything. It's really, really good. But a good pastrami sandwich is worth a weight in gold. I mean, it's so good. And I want to tell you about one that we have been acquainted with. And with us on the phone is Joe Thompson. He's from Crisp Catering. And Joe, welcome to Let's Sign Out Show.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
Oh, my pleasure. Now I'm talking about pastrami. I'm slobbering all over myself. I want some so much. But this is National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day. And What are some fun facts about pastrami? You're the one that knows more about it than I do.
Right. Well, it's a great day to have it. There's some things to watch on TV and things to kind of keep you going. But, pastrami is kind of as bacon is to pork, pastrami is to beef.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of comes from the belly. So it's got a lot of that same flavor profile. It really can take on whatever flavors you're working for. So with pastrami, we're, going to brine it and cook it in some herbs and seasonings to really get the flavor imparted into the meat. And then once it's done, you're going to season it, smoke it, and then steam it. And that's really what's going to give it the juiciness. And you mentioned it's going to be really lean by then. All the fat would have melted out. It's going to be nothing but lean pastrami, and it's heaven. I agree with you. I'm a little salivating about pastrami myself.
Oh, we have to go get some.
Well, nothing like a cold day warm sandwich. I mean, like when it's cold outside, you just want something like nice and warm in your hand and biting some juicy, yummy pastrami sandwich.
Now, when you think of pastrami, you think of mostly sandwiches, but there's other sandwiches. I mean, there's other sandwiches and combinations you can have with it that's really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm actually a big fan of pastrami on top of a hamburger. Instead of having a bacon burger, I'll have a pastrami burger with, beef and cheese and a little bit of pastrami on top. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've had it where they actually, and this is in Texas, of course, they had a hamburger, they had pastrami, they had brisket, and they also had it like a hot dog split in half with piled on with all the trimmings.
Oh.
It was just like, holy moly. It was so big, but it was so good to have all the meats in there.
I've had pastrami melts, and that's really good with cheese and stuff. But what about side dishes that go with pastrami? I mean, everyone knows about coleslaw, potato salad, but what other side dishes would you recommend?
Well, I would definitely look for, some sort of classic potato salad. And, people a lot of times we find as far as they're afraid to cook and they really just need to try things that they like. You can basically take some potatoes, cut them and roast them and use them as a blank slate. You can add, honey Dijon dressing. You could add a cheese-style dressing, Italian dressing, add spinach, onions, olives, tomatoes.
Omelet
make
almost.
your own potato salad that way.
Yeah. Wow. Now, again, if you don't want to go out and buy it at a store or at a restaurant, there's a lot of sandwiches out there that you can buy already made. And one is from a company called Rayburn's sandwiches, which we've had many, many years now. Let's talk about Rayburn's because they're famous for their bread and their sandwiches.
Yeah, they're actually fantastic. Being in the food business, obviously, if I've got a chance, I'm going to try to make everything from scratch and do it myself. But there's a lot of times that I don't. I might work a 14-hour day and get home and think, I need a quick sandwich, and I don't want to go through the step. And Rayburn's works out perfect. I can pull it out of the freezer, microwave it. Within a couple minutes, I'm sitting there eating a pastrami sandwich. It's got melted cheese. The bread is soft. It's almost, I don't want to say it's almost as good as making it yourself, but it definitely fits that pinch when you're definitely hungry, and it'll jump in there. And I like to actually have, in my fridge at home, we have sauteed mushrooms that are just sitting in the fridge a lot in a container, and I'll put those on my sandwich as well. And just, it's easy, it's satisfying, it's a really good sandwich. The bread is soft, easy to do. I mean, it's definitely something they've spent a lot of time putting together, and they've done a great job with it. Right
now, Rayburn's, they're really famous for their rolls. It took when you microwave anything, it comes out. If you overdo it, it comes out real tough. But theirs is just crispy on the outside, and again, it's very soft in the middle, and it makes it really
fantastic. And they actually are the number one sellers of Philly cheesesteak in the country.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And yeah, you get that by doing some things right. And to me, on the sandwich, obviously the meat's important.
Right.
But, the bread's got to be a good roll. It's got to have some substance to it. Like you said, a little crisp on the outside, soft in the middle. It's got to be something that really holds up well to it. And, 2 slices of bread doesn't do it. And a, big, thick piece of bread that winds up crunchy on some corners and soft in the middle and just doesn't work.
It's horrible. I agree. You're listening to the Let's Dine Out show right here on AM 1050, 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listeners behind. And with us is Joe Thompson from Crisp Catering. We're talking about pastrami. and especially Rayburn's pastrami sandwiches. Rayburn's, if you want to go to their website, it's RAYBERNS.com. You can buy it from pretty much, I think Albertsons has it. I know Smart and Final has it. And you go on the website, they tell you where you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, too, that's good is you open it up and you can put things into it. So if you want to add lettuce, tomato, muffaletta, make a muffaletta type of sandwich out of it, which is like olives and marinara and stuff, you could do that. So it's very versatile. It's not just what, take it, microwave it, and that's it. I mean, if you want to be inventive and, try things with it, you can. And that's what makes it so good.
I agree completely. And they've got a wide range of sandwiches. They got the pastrami, they got a Philly cheesesteak, they got a roast beef melt. It really gives you an opportunity to have something really good that you can put together very quickly. I being in the industry, nothing beats homemade, but these are pretty good, and it definitely fills a need. If you're in a hurry, you want something good, you got to get something that kind of fills your belly, gets you ready to hit your day running. This is something definitely that can help you out, and they just do such a phenomenal job for the type of product that it is that I'm surprised sometimes when I sit down and eat it.
But you said something that I'm not going to argue with you, but not everything homemade is good. I've had homemade stuff that's awful. So I'm just saying, I agree. I get criticized. Like, why don't you just, buy it? It's already made. I can't do that. However, if something's good already, why recreate the wheel? Why, if something's really good, like sometimes like beans, you get baked beans, you want to, put some molasses in there and a little bacon or sausage or something and mix it up, a little mustard in it. That's okay to do that. But again, when you have a good product that stands by itself, why fool around with it?
We feel that and see that a lot in our catering business. There's a lot of what we call bases of kind of sustainable and normal products that we'll use, and then we'll just bring them in and just make small little changes and things to make it our own. But there's no sense in starting from zero.
Right.
When the base is already so good.
It was so funny. I learned that. I helped a friend who owned a barbecue restaurant, and he had biscuits and gravy, and people would go ape over their gravy. And all it was, from Smart and Final, it was their white gravy, but they put, oh God, it's so unhealthy, sausage gravy, bacon and sausage grease, and bacon and sausage bits and pieces in it. And it was delicious. They just doctored it up. But people went nuts over it. They wanted the recipe and everything. He wouldn't give it because it's so embarrassing not to. But
right, that's exactly right.
Yeah. What trends do you see in catering? How long have you been in catering, and where's your catering located?
I've been in the restaurant and catering business for 40 years.
Wow.
And there's a lot of trends. Actually, what's really funny is right now the old is coming back. I was just talking to a client. Stuffed mushrooms are back again. Carving stations are back again. And I don't know what's driving that, except for the fact that for the last 3 years we've all been in a bubble.
Right.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
In a bubble, and now we're coming out, and I think we want to kind of go back to some of our roots and some things that brought us joy back years ago.
Right. I see
and
that
seems to really be driving the trend.
I see that with meatloaf, deviled eggs. I mean, deviled eggs just disappeared from the earth. Now you find them on menus, with a little caviar on top of all kinds of different things on it. And I agree. It's like everything else in life, whether it's fashions or whatever. Good things that come back. And people,
exactly.
When it's good, it's good. And people can't. Sometimes something comes in and takes over, but people don't forget about it. And that's what's so nice about it. Where's your catering?
Right.
Go ahead.
We had meatballs, meatloaf for a long time, and then it went to meatballs. And even though it was probably the same exact recipe, people just thought the meatballs were kind of new and trendy for a while, and then it went back to meatloaf and back to meatballs, even though your recipes will be the same.
Yeah, Salisbury steak's another one. I grew up with it with TV dinners, and I still remember them, but you never see them, and now you are. On more and more menus, you're seeing them a little more beefed up and everything. So where is your Crisp Catering, where is that located?
We're actually in Sacramento, California. That's where our home base is. But we actually have done caterings all over the country for the right type of client. But our home base is in Sacramento, and most of what we do
How
is
are
here.
you doing there water-wise? It's not funny, really.
It's pretty wet, but on the news it's telling us that we're going to actually be out of this drought here, it looks like.
That's what I heard.
So, it's nice. We have some dogs, and, they're a little scared to go out sometimes in the rain and the wind. But
Right.
Right now it's settled, but, we'll take the rain.
Yeah, we're in Southern California, and it's pouring here. And again, we definitely need it too. And we have dogs that we have to take them outside in the front. They won't go in the backyard; it's flooded. So
exactly,
that's really good. So, anything else you'd like to tell us about Rayburns? Again, the website is Rayburns RAYBERNS.com. They have some great ingredients, and you can find them everywhere. A lot of local markets. I know for sure Smart and Final, and I believe Vaughn's and Albertsons has it. Anything else you'd like to say about them?
Food for Less has them too in your
Food for
area.
Less. Okay, cool. Anything else you'd like to add?
The last thing I would say is Joey Chestnut, who's the July 4th hot dog eating champion, is also the world's pastrami eating champion.
We had him on one time. Go ahead. How many?
Oh, nice.
Go ahead.
He ate 25 7-ounce pastrami sandwiches in 10 minutes.
Holy moly, that's a lot of pastrami.
What's nice about him, we had him on one time, very down to earth, very low key, just a really nice guy, and he takes it real seriously, but he doesn't. I mean, he's such a nice guy. We were just really amazed with the interview. Him and, it's nice when you talk to somebody like that.
Right, exactly. I enjoy those people, and, Rayburns would be one of those that, is a really good sandwich, and I think he'd even be happy with one of those or 10 of those.
He'd probably eat about 40 of them. Exactly. So, well, thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. And again, it's Joe Thompson from Chris Catering in Sacramento. So if you're lucky enough to be in that area after water slows down and you need some catering, I'm sure it's a great company. And thanks for being on the air, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
My pleasure. Take care, you guys.
Okay, you too. Be well. Bye. Oh, boy. What a day between pastrami and Middle Eastern food. And what else do we like that we haven't talked about?
Well, we talked about Asian food when we talked about Ray's Shanghai Bistro. It's like that every time I talk about them, my mouth salivates. It's awful because it's, their food's so good that it's just, you can't stop.
Is there one thing that you just yearn for that you haven't had in years? I know you used to like Riata in Fort Worth. A great restaurant there.
Longoria's, the smoked brisket sausage. No, actually, I've hit all my favorites lately. So, and then anything that I think, well, maybe, Afghanistan food. Because I think that's been a while, been a couple years since I've had a good one. And last time was in Virginia, so that was a long time ago. But they had, oh my God, it was so good.
If you've never had Afghanistan food is excellent. And same thing with Ethiopian food. Oh, if you've never had that, that's really good. There's a place that we go to in Artesia.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're on every Saturday. Again, Saturday from...
You'll get it all here on KCAA Radio.
This segment sponsored by the generous support of the Dream Team. Looking for the keys to something bigger and better? Downsizing or relocating to the perfect spot? Oscar Ramirez from Century 21 Lois Lauer Real Estate and Matt Flores from Secure Choice Lending are here to help you sell or buy with their trusted and experienced knowledge and advice. People are calling Oscar and Matt at 951-751-3249. That's 951-751-3249. Real estate and loan advisors Oscar and Matt can give you a no-cost consultation. You don't have to buy anything. Matt and Oscar can help you figure your way through the complicated real estate market. Email Oscar at loislauer.com or on Instagram at Oscar Ramirez Garcia and Matt Flores at securechoicelending.com. Don't let today's real estate pitfalls stop you from dreaming. Make your new home dreams come true. DRE number 0207-0344. Se habla español.
Tejibo Tea Club's original Pure Pau de Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TejiboTeaClub.com. Tejibo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088. Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088. TaheeboTeaClub.com.
Poseidon Valley Tree Service reminds listeners that during these trying times, blood supply levels are critically low, making blood donations essential. Take the time to donate blood today. Visit redcross.org to find a location near you or call 1-800-RED-CROSS and schedule your donation today. This reminder courtesy of Poseidon Valley Tree Service, proudly serving the area with their full range of tree service for over 15 years. For tree trimming and service, mulch installation, and more, call 909-855-0264. That's 909-855-0264. Or visit TreeServiceLakeArrowhead.com. That's Poseidon Valley Tree Service, on the air because they care.
Del Walmsley and the Wealth Cycle.
This is the wealth cycle that I've taught for 30 years. Buy one house, 10 houses, an apartment, 2 apartments, 8, 20, 500 units, 1,000 units, 2,000, 5,000 units. And as you keep putting the money and the profits back in, you become one of those rich people. And much quicker than you'd even believe.
Learn Del's Wealth Cycle at GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. Use promo code 2023. Save 60%. Code 2023. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com. GiveMeTotalFreedom.com.
It's time to make the Tri-City Center in Redlands a regular part of your weekly shopping experience. Tri-City is home to a wide assortment of quality businesses, including the all-new Ocean Aquatics. Check out their variety of exotic tropical fish, along with fish food, accessories, and tanks of all shapes and sizes. The Tri-City Center is located just off of Alabama and the Tennessee exits in Redlands. Visit the Tri-City Center today and find out why it's called the Mall with a Heart.
What does the WeatherBug app tell you?
My commute will be a doozy today.
Pack my allergy meds.
Lightning. Pick up a pizza, not a tennis racket.
With more free map layers than any other weather app, WeatherBug tells you more of what you need to know to prepare you for the unpredictable. Discover why over 10 million users choose WeatherBug.
Maybe it's a commute to the couch day.
Download the WeatherBug app today for free.
It's that time of year again. No, not the holidays. Medicare